The most outlandish trucks in the Outlaws Pulling Series are the pickups in the four-wheel drive class. The Blue Oval of Ford and the Bowtie Chevrolet square off at every event. And with V8s turning and four wheels churning, it's quite a spectacle. This evening in Rock Valley, the pickups will be laying it down.
In the heart of the Midwest, there's a band of modern-day marauders. Mounted atop their beasts, they line up to throw down. They are outlaws.
It's a picture-perfect Chamber of Commerce evening in Rock Valley, Iowa, home of the Thunder in the Valley stop for the Outlaw Pulling Series. Hello, everyone. I'm Claude Wood. Dave Bennett, Rick Carlson, and I will be bringing you all the action today from the modified four-wheel drive class.
Modified four-wheel drive, 6,200 pounds, four wheels digging in the dirt all the time, unlimited on the cubic inches, cannot be blown, has to be fuel injected. This is the four-wheel drive second event of the 2015 season. Points are going to start adding up quick. The class kicked off in the points chase in Ravenna, Nebraska, where the Thumper Ford Super Duty truck, driven by Murray Thornton, came out on top of the first day of competition with a pull of 330.76 feet. The next day, the top of the heap was Joe Merklin, whose Ford 250 Bound for Glory dominated the pull with a distance of 313.14 feet. But Joe is not part of the chase to the championship this year. He's going to pull different associations. So the Thumper is the points leader coming into Thunder in the Valley tonight.
Modified four-wheel drive class getting it started with Joe Claypool. He's your 2014 Western Farm Show winner.
Well, that is quite a distinguished honor. Western Farm Show winner on a short track, but now we're running on a long track. And being the first puller in the class, he wants to tear that track up, and he wants a really good distance. His front tires quit turning. The motor was still singing. He's got a distance of 286 and 56. Now, Claude, I'm curious where he's going to keep it.
He will have that choice. 2002 Chevy S10.
Watch that front tire. Right front tire is what I picked up on. Everything quit. The whole thing quit, but he's going to keep it. It's in the books. Let's go to Rick Carlson.
Joe starts the category with 286.
It's not as far as I would like to have went, but it's pretty bitey out there. It's pretty tough.
Bad attitude. This is Farrell Martin.
Great shot. Look inside the windshield right there, Claude. That is his neck collar. That is one of the safety features, and it's still hanging. You can still see it hanging in the windshield right there as he takes off. Motor singing, got a great pull going. There's going to be some officials take a look at this. Flag flying on him. And looky there. See the official pointing at the neck collar, right hanging up in the windshield.
Oh, what a shame. Other than that, he had really a pretty good run.
Oh, it was a great run. It goes a distance of 3:15 and 98, but it's going to be a disqualification, and the neck collar's hanging right in front of him. Let's see what he had to say about it.
You like the run?
Oh, best one I've had in a long time. I've been having a lot of trouble hopping, and then I have a good run, and I don't put my neck brace on.
A good look at Tom Byers. He's getting ready to pull. Earlier, Rick Carlson caught up with him.
It's not a Chevrolet, it's a GMC. Agent Orange, Tom Byers. No Chevy here, a real GMC. Why?
Oh, you know, we like Chevrolet, but, you know, GMC is just a little bit different, a little higher class. We just always ran GMCs back in the day, and growing up, Dad and I had GMC pickups. Our second pull truck was actually GMC. It was the first Agent Orange version, so we just kind of kept that theme going.
So it's a family deal. Dad was a puller before you were?
Well, we kind of started off at the same time. I had a Chevrolet four-wheel drive pickup, and I was out of state after high school, and he called me up and he said, hey, there's a pull in a town nearby. Care if I take your pickup? And I said, no, go take it. And he really liked it. And then, you know, we had been going to him as spectators the year before that. So this year right now is our 30th year in competition.
Wow. How many years with this truck?
We built this configuration initially, this look anyways, initially in 1998, but it went through a major transformation in 2001, and then motor and upgrades to the drivetrain and things since. So, you know, you got to keep up on that motor, and
It's always a work in progress.
it is, you know, and you just need, you know, a good job or a good sponsor or a good dad or a good wife, good banker, all those good people to help you out, you know.
And Tom Byers' dad, Bert, is a crew member helping out. All that experience really pays off. Tom is a past points champion.
Very confident in his truck, very confident in his driving style. Yemen Burke's been around quite a long time with the Agent Orange. And he's showing you why right there. Look at that, very level, very smooth. Motor never give up. Motor never give up. He goes 3:15.09. He's going to take the lead.
We'll go on board, check out the ride, right straight down the track.
Smooth, no hopping. A four-wheel drive pickup, you got to look for the crow hopping. If there's any crow hopping, you're costing distance. You don't see none on that pass right there.
And those are some neat looking graphics on the front of the truck. Look at the eagle, got the flag on there.
Oh yeah, come off the line really good. Nice looking truck. That track got a hold of him at the big end, but he's gonna like it.
Kind of wet out there?
A little bit wet out there for these four-wheel drives with a smaller tire, but it gets going good. Once you get about half track, it gets pretty firm. So I don't know if it'll work or not.
We're going to find out, but 3:15, not bad.
It felt decent. I mean, I probably wouldn't do anything different. So, you know, it is what it is.
And that'll bring up Ron Fisher out of Tripp, South Dakota. He drives Fisher Nuts.
Kind of a play on words. Ron Fisher, Fisher Nuts. I don't know how nutty he is, but he's a pretty good driver. Now there's the crow hopping I'm talking about. I mentioned earlier, you heard that motor flutter just a little bit. And that cost him. He's going to move into second at 3:06.11. He's going to be almost 9 feet out of it.
Tom Byers mentioned some moisture in the track, but that will change as the night goes on.
Oh, it will. The wet dirt will get mixed in with a little drier dirt. But you can tell where that track changes. You seen that bounce? Right there at about 150 foot, it bounced. It hurt him bad. It cost him some distance.
Out of Bigelow, Minnesota, this is Mike Williams. He calls his truck the Wild Wind.
Kind of a new one to the Outlaws. A guy come down from Minnesota. First time that I know of that he's worked with the Outlaws. Always proud to see new pullers with us. Don't know a story about the truck, but he's building his own story. No, he's running a clutch right there. The clutch went away. There's where that tight track coming back in. These boys are going to have to stiffen up against some ponies. 272 and 14.
Well, you said the clutch went away. Did he stay on it too much, or what happened there?
Just the RPM of the motor had more torque than the springs on the clutch could hold. When that smoke starts coming out, that clutch went away.
Checking out the leaderboard, Tom Byers in first place, but if Farrell Martin had put on his neck collar, he would be our leader. And we'll have more four-wheel drive action when we come back. Even a little aftershock, driven by Dave Chris.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Bauer Built. Our strength is in our people and the customers we serve. Will Cross Seed. Good product, good prices, good service. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. And by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Welcome back to Thunder in the Valley from Rock Valley, Iowa. Another great crowd on hand today as part of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. Here comes Dave Chris out of Tyndall, South Dakota. He drives Aftershock. Dave, he is always a serious contender.
He is most definitely one of your top runners or one to keep an eye on. Notice he's a Ford man too. We've got a General Motors product sitting in the lead. He is going to go gunning. He has gone running right on down the line. We got a new leader at 3:19.07. Beautiful pass.
Well, I told you he was a serious competitor. Let's go on board and check out his ride.
Very much the same. See a little bobble in the motor right there, but his frame is truck's been redesigned a little bit, got a new good undercarriage under it, and that motor was singing all the way.
Looks like the track drew him to the left a little bit. Check it out from the end of the track.
Kind of skating over that way. In fact, you can tell by his tires, he's wanting to go over there. He knows where his sweet spot is. Oh, you don't like that little skate. He could have got a different distance out of it if he hadn't been skating. Let's go down to Mr. Riggs.
Dave, the Ford looked pretty good going down there.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a pretty challenging track. Just got a new motor in here, so it's kind of new to me, so I'm trying to get used to it and all that, but everything went pretty smooth, so I'm pretty happy.
Here is Thumper, your points leading truck, driven by Blaine Thornton, part of a brother team. Rick Carlson caught up with the guys today.
The Thumper truck coming off a win in Ravenna with Murray Thornton does the driving, but tonight, Blaine Thornton, you get your chance in here.
Oh yeah, it's a whole new learning experience for us right now.
Now this is a new truck underneath the body. What do you do to drive this one differently than the old truck?
Well, maybe you can give me some pointers. Oh, actually, we're just learning. I pulled it once. I pulled it the second time at Ravenna, and learned a lot. We made some adjustments in the throttle and in the clutch to make it a little more drivable. And I think, we've. It's just going to be a whole learning experience this year. I hope we can continue to do well. We've got the equipment to do it with. If we can just not have any driver error, that'll be the big thing.
Lane, when did you start pulling?
Well, actually, we started pulling in high school. I had a guy I worked for. He had an old pickup sitting in the weeds. He gave it to me. That was actually this pickup. Up until the last 2 years ago, we still pulled with the same frame. But as you can see, we modified that now and went to a special built frame for pulling. And that's where we got started. It gets in your blood, and it's hard not to do.
Thumper making its debut appearance with the Outlaws. Welcome, guys.
They have done said 2015 is going to be a year for them with the Outlaws. Proud to have them in the chase for the pull-off. The championship points race, that are leading it right now. They need a good pull. The brother team, they got a nice truck. Bouncing on the end, that'll hurt them a little bit, but it was straight down the track. Look at those tracks back behind, good and straight. 305 and 16, that'll put them in number 4.
You spotted the sled right in the center. It seems, Dave, that most of the pullers are tending to lean to that left side.
Yeah, they're going to start center and left to center. They're packing that track in. That bounce definitely hurt him, Let's go down on trackside and see what he had to say about his run.
That's a pretty big grin, Lane.
Oh, hey, it went straight down the track. It didn't bounce. We can work with that. We'll get it worked out.
Our next puller will be Joe Smeal out of Scribner, Nebraska, and his truck is Black Magic.
The Magic truck. Another one of those big cubic inch trucks, and it is Ford. Ford, Chevrolet, GMC. That boys like their brands, and they run hard with them. That motor's not hurting for horsepower. Starting to get heavy on him. Tires digging in. Got a little zig onto the right there. 298 and 66. I was looking for a little better run than that.
Dave, I didn't see anything wrong on the track. Did he just run out of horsepower?
Just run out of traction. Motor had to rear down and get a second breath. You listen to it right here at the end. Started loading, then the tires broke loose, kept him from going 300 feet. You'll pick up on it a little bit better on this end shot right here. Pretty nice run. Advertising his brand real good. But listen to the motor right at the very end. That little bounce, then it had to get a hold, broke the tires loose, cost him his distance.
This is Nick Kristensen out of Cumberland, Iowa. Made a few changes in his truck this year, going to an all fiberglass body.
Puts more weight on the front axle that way, and as you've seen in our other shows, that's where you win a class, when you put a lot of weight on that front axle. Oh, that motor's singing. Love to hear those motors sing a big song. 300.54, that'll put him in number 5.
Well, the changes he made really worked out. Center of the track, that looked like a really good run.
Not bad, he'll take it, he'll like it. Even though it ain't first, he will like it. The motor doing its job. No bounce, just a little bit right there, but a very, very decent run.
Checking out the leaderboard, Dave Crisp putting his Ford in first place. A real contender in fourth is Blaine Thornton. Stay with us. A lot more trucks coming your way from Rock Valley. Welcome back to Thunder in the Valley from Rock Valley, Iowa. The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. Another great crowd on hand today, enjoying all the action. This will bring up Josh Mazur. He calls his truck Stretch.
Never did figure out where we get Stretch from. Don't make no difference. He is a runner. When he shows up, you know the boys come to play serious. Crowd getting their money's worth in this modified four-wheel drive class. Some awful good-looking trucks. Run out of ponies. I thought he'd go a little farther than that. He had good ground speed. Run out of ponies at 290 and 86.
Check out Josh coming off the line here. It's all about operating that clutch, and he did it quite well.
Oh, it's very smooth. And he come to the horsepower at 150. Might have been a little late coming to the power and cost him on the big end.
This is Dustin Ritter. He's your 2013 points champion, and he drives Stroker.
He and his brother, points champions in years past. Oh, look at that bounce. Didn't like that bounce. That's going to cost him. One of my top runners, bouncing again. Taking that Ford down. Well, he's going to go to second place at 316 and 80. But, Claude, take a look at this run. Watch that bounce.
It looked okay coming off the line, but what would have caused him to bounce like that?
He asked that motor, he said, give me some horsepower, and that motor come to him, and it came to him so hard, broke the tires loose and made it bounce.
We saw Dave Chris pull earlier. This is his son, Darren, getting ready to go, and he drives Wild Child.
Ah, the Wild Child. Going to go hammering. You got a one South Dakota man in the lead. You got another trying to gun him down. All right, his guns is blazing. Listen to that motor. Smooth, singing, pawing, digging, red flag flying. 325.96, and we do have a new leader on top of that checkered flag.
A great run. I love the graphics on the side of this truck. Pretty imaginative there.
Oh, the boys got some great looking trucks and great runners. Don't worry about that oil coming out of the top. He had such a high RPM that just blow by coming out of the valve cover. Let's go to Rick Carlson.
Darren, 325, you put some distance on everybody else.
Yeah, it felt really good, man. That was the best run I've had in a long time. Felt good.
Next puller will be Richard Clark. He's been with the Outlaws a long time. You might call him Mr. Consistency.
Oh, when the man from Panora, Iowa comes to the track, you know he is going to be one of your runner-gunners. He's always right there, just knows the track very well. Great job of driving all the time. Truck sets up very nice. You didn't see no bobble right there. Going to be a great distance at 313 and 93. Going to put him in the number 5 spot.
Let's check it coming right off the line. Butterflies slowly open up, and there they go.
Nice and smooth, and he went a little farther over to the left than most anybody had been. He's going to be very satisfied with that run, putting him number 5.
Checking out the leaderboard, the South Dakota boys sitting in first and second place. Darren and Dave Chris, can they hang on? But a lot of competition still waiting to pull. Stay with us. We'll be back to Thunder in the Valley.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Extreme Performance Tire Cutting, Be Supreme, by Extreme, Agency 212, Marketing, Communications, Public Relations, VP Racing, world leader in race fuel technology, and by Steel Rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping.
Welcome back to Thunder in the Valley. From Rock Valley, Iowa, capacity crowd, as always, on hand today. Our next puller will be Dean Kristensen. He's the father of Nick, who pulled earlier, a gorgeous-looking 1988 Ford Ranger.
Oh, the Red Hot's been here for a while, one of the top runners. I just got to listen to the motor sing. Ooh, hit a high RPM. Boy, them tires turned loose on him out there about 200 foot. That motor went upstairs. He tried a different spot in the track. He's going to go number 6 right now at 308.08.
Take a look at the pull. For my own curiosity, how many gears do they have to choose from here?
Oh, they pick a gear before they come to the line. They got about 4 or 5 different sets, but Whatever gear he's running right there, that horsepower broke loose on that spot of the track.
2 pullers remain. This is Foxy Lady, driven by Charlie Miller.
Brand new setup for this year. Dog did a little bit coming off the line. He also is going to try the different spot of the track. Boys at the end of this class looking for a different sweet spot. They know they got to try something different. Let it drift to the center. 308 and 42. He goes into 6th by 34 hundredths of a foot.
Coming off the starting line, Charlie opens the butterflies just a little bit, then he hammers it down.
Oh, you had to milk it out of the hole so it didn't blow the tires away. Then he asked that motor for the ponies, and they come to him, and he makes 6th place by 3,400.
Our final puller, an expert Ford engine builder, is Fred Blue, driving Secret Weapon.
Motor builder by trade, man knows how to make a Ford sing. Working that far left side, he got away from where the other guys was, pulled him down a little bit, and he is going to take 6th place. He goes 3:11 and 10.
Final results, South Dakota hangs on to it. Darren and Dave Chris. Rick Carlson is with our winner, Darren Chris.
Got it, you say?
Got it, yeah, man. This is a rush. I was freaking out the whole time. All these trucks coming down the track. And, ooh, it's nerve-wracking, that's for sure.
Well, you never thought they'd quit coming out.
Yeah, that's right. Every truck that comes down the track, it's nerve-wracking, but all in all, we had a good pass and everything held together, so.
Well, Dave, if the crowd didn't like this, I don't know what they could watch.
I'm telling you what, Thunder in the Valley. This class had 5 different states, 3 or 4 different brands, but all sizes motors, top of the line.
That'll put a wrap on it from Rock Valley, Iowa. For Rick Carlson and Dave Bennett, Claude Wood. So long. See you next time.